pessimistic.
So back in the era of techno-optimism, and by that era I mean 2021, I shared an investor framework I had around being micro-optimistic, macro-pessimistic. And by that I meant, as an investor, you want to look for specific companies, technologies, entrepreneurs that you're optimistic about, but you want it to be generally quite skeptical, quite pessimistic about the macro. Recently, I've heard Patrick Collison of Stripe, he's actually one of the entrepreneurs I think most highly of out there, share his own unique cut on a similar idea. Let me play the clip.
I have noticed this juxtaposition of sort of a generalized pessimism with a specific optimism about sort of the company, about the things within the locus of control.
You know, we've this turn of phrase at Stripe. You know, we want to be micro-pessimists and macro-optimists.
And today in March of 2023, I actually think that Patrick and myself were each only half right, and that in fact the best stance to take now is to be both micro-pessimistic and macro-pessimistic, because the value in taking a pessimistic stance is that it imbues you with the agency to do something about all of the risks to your business. And so in a world where the macro is stable, you want to focus on the micro, you want to focus on your own organization, fixing things internally to the extent you can. In a world where the macro is unstable and where there is probably going to be just this cascade of various macro shocks, well, they are unknown unknowns. By being pessimistic about the macro as an entrepreneur, you can take agency over developing contingency plans, building redundancies in, etc. And so the era of techno-optimism, I think, is over. That doesn't mean there are not going to be phenomenally great technologies that are going to be good for the world and extraordinary companies that are built over the next, many years. But it does mean, I believe, that the entrepreneurs building those companies are going to have a pretty pessimistic stance about both the micro and the macro, but are also going to take agency over it and do whatever they can to survive. That's the world we live in now. Personally, I think it's going to be really fun, but it is time to buckle up. Peace out.